Nonprofit cause marketing campaigns can raise awareness about a particular issue or your nonprofit organization. They can inspire increased donations, or they can even raise direct donations for your nonprofit. In this video, I'm going to talk through how cause marketing works and how you, as a nonprofit or social impact project, can partner with a company to execute on your own cause-related marketing campaign. Welcome back. I am back from a brief couple-week hiatus on YouTube where I was getting rejuvenated, and I'm feeling great, and I'm back to give you more content. So I hope that you enjoy what I've got cooked up for you today. If we haven't met before, my name is Amber Melanie Smith, and I'm a nonprofit founder and executive director, and also, as you can see, a social impact YouTuber who makes these videos all about how to start and lead and grow a nonprofit or social enterprise or socially conscious business, or lead positive change in your community in other ways. So I hope that you enjoy this. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. If you are in the process of starting a nonprofit, or perhaps developing a sustainable fundraising plan for your nonprofit, definitely check out my online courses at foundertofulltime.com on those topics to help you out. Okay, so before we get into the steps to how to make cause marketing work, let's just do a quick recap to refresh our memories on what cause marketing or cause-related marketing is all about. So cause marketing or cause-related marketing is when a nonprofit and a for-profit business partner together to work collaboratively to raise awareness or promote some kind of social issue or cause, while simultaneously achieving specified business objectives or marketing objectives for both parties. This is a great deal for nonprofits, especially growing organizations, because they can benefit from increased awareness from the audience of the company or from the public, increased awareness, possibly in increased donations if that is a particular goal of the marketing campaign. And it's a good deal for the for-profit business, of course, because it's great public relations. If you're having trouble wrapping your mind around what this looks like, I'm going to give you a couple of examples that are pretty well known from the past decade or so. The first is Red and the Coca-Cola Company. So Red is a well-known campaign that aims to raise awareness and funds to fight HIV/AIDS. So this collaboration involved special Coca-Cola products and marketing campaigns, videos, etc., and ended up raising a significant amount of money towards the fund to fight HIV/AIDS. Another pretty well-known example is Tom's Shoes. Tom's Shoes started out with cause marketing where they would do the one-for-one model, which meant for every pair of shoes that they sold, they would give away a pair of shoes to someone in need somewhere around the world. This was very successful at first. It really grew in popularity. You probably saw some ads about it or information about it when this was first emerging. Since then, they have actually changed their cause marketing approach to involve just directly donating funds to the causes in the countries and places where they were previously supporting, in an effort to support their local economy. So those are just two examples of huge, large-scale campaigns backed by businesses with lots and lots of money. But of course, we want to talk about how we, as maybe smaller or newer organizations, can implement similar campaigns, similar in concept, of course, not necessarily in scale yet, though I believe in you, how we can execute on similar campaigns. So let's get into those steps now. Step number one is researching potential company partners. If you are interested in undertaking a cause marketing campaign, it is super important that you find the right partner, not just any partner. So you want to find companies whose values align with your organization's values and mission. You want to see if perhaps those companies have done cause marketing campaigns in the past. That would be a pretty good indicator that they're open to that kind of thing. So in researching these companies, here are a couple of tips to make sure that you're finding the right fit. The first thing when you're making your list is to just search online for perhaps local companies local to your service area that match the phrases of cause marketing campaigns, cause related marketing, or corporate social responsibility. You want to identify which local companies have that information and are showcasing what they do in social responsibility or social impact on their websites. You can go to their websites, read more about those companies, read more about maybe their philanthropy or their employee giving, or how they volunteer in the community, or how they're giving through grants, or such as through a corporate foundation. And also any cause marketing campaigns they might have done in the past. Read through that, see if it aligns with your mission and your values, and they can maybe make it to your list. Another way to discover these companies who are interested in cause marketing or social responsibility is social media. A lot of them will use socially responsible, that sounds weird, hashtags that you can follow and just track who's using those hashtags to see who's talking about their campaigns, because of course we know this is good PR for the companies and they like to showcase what they are doing on their social media platforms as well. There are also some websites out there where you can read highlights or case studies of companies' successful, hopefully, cause marketing campaigns. One such website that I've come across is Engage for Good. They help companies develop their social responsibility goals and meet those goals. So you'll find on their website lists of companies that have done cause marketing campaigns and just match them up to the ones that might be in your area and might also align with your particular mission and values. Okay, so now you hopefully have a nice list of potential partners. Step number 2 is to create your value proposition or pitch to these potential partners for your cause marketing campaign. So this value proposition is going to take the form of some kind of document or slide deck, like a pitch deck, so to speak, where you're going to include things like your organization's mission, etc., how it aligns with the company's brand and mission and values as well, the target audience that you envision for this campaign and how it matches the company's target audience, and some of the potential metrics on the reach that you all might achieve together. A few additional tips to go along with this. You really want to do your homework on each partner that you're pitching to. Really understand their business. What do they do? What do they sell? What are their values as stated on their site? What are some of the past campaigns or philanthropic endeavors that they've done? Be able to talk about these in your value proposition to explain why they are the right fit for your campaign. You want to talk about the potential impact of the campaign, and not just in the engagement or awareness raised or even dollars raised, but also how it's going to directly help your organization make a community impact. So how does your work bring value to the community? What does that have to do with this business? And how together are you going to create a bigger impact for the community overall? After all, the people who are going to be reading this are human beings who presumably care about their communities just like you. A little bit more about sharing the potential reach of the campaign. You're going to want to be prepared to share those statistics on your existing audience, such as your social media followers, if you have a newsletter, how many people are subscribed to it, if you know your website analytics, how many people are visiting your website. All of these things will help the company understand the picture of the potential reach of the campaign. Another tip is to write out in this value proposition some of the possible brand recognition ideas. How will you make sure that the company partner's brand is integrated into the campaign, that they're getting some good visibility in a way that is balanced and not one overshadowing the other? Examples might include going in together on pitching the story to the media, or co-branded social media campaigns or graphics, or putting their logo in different places on your website or on campaign materials, stuff like that. If you have any kind of experience with doing cause-related marketing or even marketing campaigns, another thing you might want to include in this value proposition is your experience with that. Adding this information can really give you some additional credibility to the pitch and make you a respectable partner. In terms of the ideas that you present in this value proposition, try to be as innovative and unique as possible. Study past cause marketing campaigns and think to yourself, how can we do something a little bit different with these ideas? Another thing to include in this pitch or document is an estimated timeline of the campaign. Do you envision it being something very short term, a little bit longer term? Basically writing out the estimated timeline and some of the biggest milestones along that timeline, such as when you all will finish your development of the campaign together, when it will launch, what some of the biggest parts of the launch will look like, how you're going to measure and track results along the way. The third step in the cause marketing campaign development process is to really identify the objectives of the campaign and drill down and get really specific about these to the degree that you can with your partner. So what does the campaign hope to achieve? Is it raising general awareness about a particular issue, about your organization and its work on that issue in particular? Is it to raise donations? Is it to recruit volunteers? What are the specific aims of the campaign, and how are you going to get there? Some examples of realistic goals for cause marketing campaigns might be increased brand awareness, which you might measure through looking at the impressions or who's looking at your campaigns on social media or on your website, or media impressions, how many eyeballs were on the media story that just ran, stuff like that. Social media engagement is another one, which you would measure by looking at the insights dashboard of your social media platform's page. And most platforms have the ability to show you the insights and analytics from your page engagement. So things like how many likes did it get? How many comments and shares did it get? How many new people became fans or followers of your organizations and your corporate partners' pages as a result? Website traffic is another great example. To measure this, you would look at your Google Analytics. You might even come up with custom URLs related to the campaign so that if someone's going to that page, it's specifically about that campaign. Donations and sales of perhaps merchandise or services is another really concrete way that you can measure the success of your cause marketing campaign. Obviously, in this case, you would set a goal for the donation amount or the sales, and then that would be what you would be working together with your partner to achieve. Community engagement is another one, and that means if you have events or activities that the community can be participants in, how many of those events or activities did you hold, and how many people attended and engaged with the campaign. Finally, media coverage and PR opportunities is another one. You could measure this by how many news stories ran about the campaign, how many times did it appear on TV, etc. So once you and your partner have honed in on the very specific goals of the campaign, step number 4 is then to tailor the specific ideas that you all are generating for the campaign strategy. So how are you going to integrate your nonprofit's mission with the products or services that the company sells? How are they going to work together? What is that going to look like? A big part of this is figuring out the target audience for the campaign. One example might be a pet supply company partnering with an animal rescue nonprofit with a goal of driving more pet adoptions. This is obviously going to have a target audience of animal lovers and people who might already have pets who might, feel particularly heartwarmed about this issue as well. If you've gotten this far with a potential partner, then step 5 is to really refine the whole rest of the proposal together, from your timeline to the specific messaging that you all want to have together, the key talking points, etc., those goals that we talked about. At this point, your business partner might share some additional insights about their business and its services or products that might adjust the strategy slightly. So you have to determine to what extent you are willing to be flexible on the campaign strategies, knowing that this is supposed to be a mutually beneficial partnership, but also that you need to always be maintaining the integrity of your organization's mission and values and brand. It's always better to forego a partnership if there's a risk of compromising your organization's reputation, which is one of the few things that you can't ever get back. To seal the deal on all of this, step 6 is to develop and both of you sign a partnership agreement. This is a document that's going to outline the things that both parties have agreed to do, the objectives of the campaign, the timeline, stipulations, what to do if, the timeline can't be met or something unexpected happens, which parties are responsible for doing what to ensure the success of the campaign. If there's a financial component, like the company has agreed to donate some percent of sales or make a financial contribution in some other way, all of that goes in a partnership document. Having this agreement in place before you officially get started on the rest of the work is going to save both parties a lot of headache. All right, the final step is to execute the campaign and measure its results. Now's the time to get in there and execute on all the things that you outlined in the plan, and make sure that you have access to the insights and analytics dashboards you need, assuming it has online components like social media or website traffic, to be able to track the results and prove to each other as partners that it was a successful partnership. And if you can do that, then you are setting yourself up for a lot of great future partnerships too. One thing I highly recommend is following up at the end of the campaign with a written or possibly graphically, aesthetically pleasing impact report that you can give the company that showcases all of the good that you accomplished together, all of the objectives that were met, and a nice thank you note for the partnership. That will go a long way in sustaining the ongoing support. I would love to hear from you if you are considering a cause marketing campaign. What are some of your remaining questions? What are you uncertain about? Or if you've done a cause-related marketing campaign in the past for your nonprofit or social impact initiative, I want to hear about it. What worked well? What didn't work well? Be sure to share with the Changemaker community here in the comments below the video. As I mentioned before, if you are in the process of starting a nonprofit or developing a sustainable fundraising strategy, check out my website, foundertofulltime.com, for some resources that can help you out. I have a group on Facebook called Change the World or Bust, where thousands of people from around the world are gathering to chat about what they're working on and how we can help each other out. So come out and join us there. I also have a newsletter that you can subscribe to. The link is below this video as well, for changemakers and nonprofit leaders that will give you tips and sometimes funding opportunities. Be sure to subscribe to that as well. As always, I hope that you found this useful and helpful. Give it a like and subscribe to let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye.